Hello, hello. Happy Thursday evening. Welcome to Divine Insights. My name is Dr. Debbie, and tonight we will be pulling some intuitive cards. I am a chiropractor that loves metaphysics and loves the intuitive arts. And so I have been kind of in the intuitive world for probably over 20 years. But probably I've been working with the cards maybe about 15 years of that 20. But we have lots of cool decks to choose from tonight. Let me share this to the different platforms and we can begin. So I hope everybody is having a lovely evening. It has been a little bit cool out, and today it was perfect weather. So it was just cool enough and warm enough to be out without a sweater. So super nice to be walking around Gulfport. And so anyway, welcome. Let's see, I'm going to share this to my page and then share this to my community page, and we'll be ready to go. So we have a really cool dance coming up on the 4th. It is, we're going to be dressed all in white. Everybody doesn't have to dress in white, but it's always super fun to play along. And so a lot of Unity people love to dance. And so I'm really super looking forward to the event. Let's see, one second. I'm trying to see if I can see. One second. So anyway, I hope to see you at that dance. It's always, the dances and our community gatherings are always a lot of fun. And if you would like to interrupt me, feel free to reach out with a request for a reading as I do this. Let's see, one second. All right. So I hope everybody's doing well. Would anybody like a reading? I'll just start off with a reading for myself. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Dive Wild is on here. Hello, Marcina. It's good to see you. And so let's see. All right, let's begin. So I hope everybody has been enjoying the weather. I haven't been down to the beach in a little while. And so it's usually where you'll find me at least once or twice a week. I love to walk down by Paso Grill and to get in the waves afterwards. But I was there on Saturday and Sunday, but it was too cold. I went down there with my niece. And so we have lots of cool decks to pull from tonight. I'll just show you the ones I have. This is the shamanic deck. And I always love the bold little eagle. I always think he's a great little eagle. Mother Mary deck. I'm very close to the Virgin Mother. Let's see. A lot of these decks are made by, or the author is Doreen Virtue. And this is one of the decks that she has that is, it's very quick and easy to work with. It's really great if you're just looking for like a quick intuitive message as you run out the door. And they're kind of really high vibration, but they're very simple. Like this one says abundance on it. And it's just, they're kind of simple cards, but they're really good cards for a quick reading when you don't have the time to really go that deep. And let's see, we have the fairy deck. I don't often use this deck a lot, but that's a little baby deck. Some of the decks are designed where you have the little book inside the deck, and some you can scan the little book on the little image. And this is one of those decks. And so if anybody would like a reading, please, feel free to interrupt me and I'd be happy to give you a reading. And so this deck is the Rose Oracle deck. It's a very gentle deck. This author is Rebecca Campbell, and I love the way the box is designed. It's by Hay House, and so they have really cool deck designs. And so I have her newest deck. This is my newest Oracle deck, the Healing Waters. And so they both have a gentle kind of feel. They're a little bit different vibration. This is kind of a little bit more heart related. In terms of the healing and the gentleness. I love the rose on the front. I love roses. And this one really has a kind of the vibration of the ocean. And so it's very kind of that flowy, gentle, healing vibration. So these are decks. They have a lot of interesting artistry. They have a lot of abstract artistry, which I really love. And they combine the images really well. So this is like the vortex of a person in the water and, eyes closed in terms of the healing of it. And so really good energy from these decks, and are really well designed. For those of you that are interested in romance, this is a great deck too. So I've had this deck. This deck always reminds me of chiropractic school and the relationship I had during that time, because I always was reaching for this deck. But this is a good kind of general use deck. It's another one by Doreen Virtue. This is an older deck. She no longer is in kind of the metaphysical area, but this deck, it's designed. It's a pretty good deck overall. The older decks have less cooler designs on the front. This deck, the Archangel Gabriel deck, is a really great deck for business projects, actually. Like if you're working on something creative or trying to birth something into the world from your creativity with spirit. I don't know if you can see Archangel. Archangel, this is a great deck for that. It's all about like kind of has the energy of action. And I really like that. I've been working on my book lately. I'm actually getting into it. It was a slow start for quite a little while, and I'm on the very last chapter of the writing, like the new writing, and then I'm going to go back. I need to go through a couple of the following chapters. But yeah, I've been getting into the I love to write. So to step into the joy of the writing, but also like the intense research. So I've been talking about cells or writing about cells and all the little bitty aspects of inflammation and the power of that over our health. And that's my nerdy passion area. So it's fun to kind of feel the joy of it again. It's been a little while. So grateful to be connecting with that part of me again a little bit more and applying it actually to myself, which is always a good thing when we're able to apply the things we love and the things we want to take action on. This is an older deck too by Doreen Virtue. I like the way this deck is designed. It's Daily Guidance of the Angels, because the cards have really like almost a full description on them. I don't know if you can see the lettering, but this is they're pretty good. They're kind of like in the mid range between really going deep. I don't have that deck with me because it's on my nightstand, but it's like just deep enough to make you think a little differently rather than just the influx of the positive or spiritual energy. And then this deck, this is my second Archangel Michael deck, but this is like a really good, happy, high vibration deck. And the images are really kind of like joyful and high vibration. So it's kind of a good general use deck. Someone new is coming. That's what I keep getting. And I'm like, oh no, nobody's new coming. It's okay. Like you can let them stay over there. But that's I keep getting that message and the vibration of it. I'm so not in that vibration, but I keep getting that message again and again. So we will see what the universe holds or has in store. All right. So I'm going to start with a reading for me. I feel really called to the shamanistic deck, but if anybody would like to interrupt me, feel free to interrupt me and request a reading. All readings are done on a donation basis to help support New Thought community of Gulfport. The donation information is either right above this video or below it, but you can do so on PayPal, which is unityofgulfport@gmail.com, Venmo, which is @unityofgulfport, and on the website www.unityofgulfport.org/give. And so I am going to pick my cards from the one with an intense little eagle. And so, yay, Jeremy. Thank you so much for being here. I got to talk to you today. So Jeremy I call him my intuitive brother. And so we used to take this awesome intuitive class with Reverend Reka Stanzik. And she was this intense, cute little Polish lady that used to be an Olympic runner. And we would sit in her class among 20 other people. And she would have all these isms, like she would say like 911, Mr. God, and do your homework. She's always like, do your homework, meaning your spiritual homework. And anyway, I loved her. We all loved her so much. And we learned so much from her. And I remember even then I could do little mini readings on everybody in the room. And I didn't. That was like, Jeremy, that was like, it felt like 20 years ago. Are we that old, Jeremy? I remember us sitting there as like youngins, right? We didn't know anything about anything. And Jeremy was always like a couple years ahead of me in his progress and all of his spiritual leadership stuff. And so I was always so proud of him, as I am to this day. So Jeremy, I saw the awesome intuitive symposium that you just created. And all of the cool visuals and the signups and everything. So you'll be 50 soon. That's funny. You'll be 50. I love you too. Would you like a reading, Jeremy? So Yes, Jeremy is always reminding me of this intuitive path and how it's always a little bit different. Yay. Okay. So I'm seeing this. Do you have any questions going in? I'm seeing this is resonating. This deck is for you. But if you have any questions going in, we can start there. We'll get to the bald eagle ones for me later. All right, so I'm tapping into your energy. I feel your mind very busy with creativity when I tap into your energy field. And when I tap into your energy field, Jeremy, whatever spirit guides, okay. I feel they're showing me this big heart. Like I feel the emotion of your beautiful heart when I tap into your energy, which I normally don't feel that, but that was the first thing that stood out as I was, when I psychically tap into your field. And that makes sense. I don't know who said hello. I can't see your name. Let me know who you are. But this is for Jeremy. And so, but yeah, great job on on the Intuitive Online Symposium and all the cool stuff that you're doing. I see you and Victor out there, and you guys take great pictures because you're so cute. And I'm always like, oh, I should be in that picture with them. Like we always take great pictures when we're together because we're happy next to each other. But you guys are looking so cute out there doing all your paranormal intuitive stuff. And so I'm not sure who just requested a card. Sonia. All right, Sonia, you will be after Jeremy. All right, Jeremy, let's see. I normally don't use these cards. Okay, so I see a 1. I see a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. I see a 21. 18, 19, 20, 21. Uh-oh, the pressure's on, Jeremy. All of a sudden I'm getting nervous. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So I'm going to just go off of my intuitive reading first without looking at the cards, and I'll just say what I'm seeing in my brain for you, Jeremy, because we are so close, and I love you so much. So we'll start there first. The first thing that I see is like your guides. Oh, thanks, Jeremy. Pressure's on. I'm on camera. I'm kidding. We laugh all the time, Jeremy and I. But the first thing I'm seeing, Jeremy, when I'm tapping into your field is your guides, the images of them clapping. And so what that means to me, Jeremy, is that like you are doing your spiritual homework. Like not only is Reika super proud of you, but also all of your spirit guides and all of your spirit helpers. Like I know that the calling that we both have is so different kind of than the norm, but they're saying like you're doing it. And what they're showing me is like almost, it's interesting, the image, because the image is like rocks with ledges, almost like Stonehenge almost, but they're not as tall as that. But it's almost like this big, those those old Olympic huge arenas in the like years ago, like centuries ago. Well, they're showing me that, but they're specifically showing me the rock ledges, and maybe like the rock ledges are like 4 to 6 feet. And so what that means is that your path is going to be extremely non-traditional, and you know that with all the stuff that you do. But you're going to be shown, I know you're doing really cool stuff right now, but you're going to be, this path of yours is going to be like the projects that they show you next are bigger and bigger and bigger. And so they're like, honey, you're not going to be traditional anytime soon. And they're wanting you to embrace that, which you do. You have a beautiful, you have such a beautiful energy, and you inspire all of us in this field to get out there and do the work of the heart, like the service work of the heart. And you certainly inspire me all the time. And you always remind me that an intuitive life of joy is never predictable. And it is a moment by moment relationship with the divine. And it's kind of a cha-cha with the divine of hearing the intuitive message, taking action on the intuitive message, and then seeing what the universe does with that, and then doing the same process again and again. And so they're applauding you because you are a leader in this field, and you're leading all of us that are, I mean, I'm a little bit behind you, in terms of expressing my gifts internationally, so to say, like you are. But I'm showing me the clapping, like they're so proud of you. And Reika is like, I knew he could do it. That's my boy. That's the energy of like, because you were her spiritual son That's what I'm feeling in my heart when I tap in. But like the joy of her watching you, and I feel that Reverend Reika is like right next to you all the time. I don't know if you feel her. You can even talk to her out loud, like she's that close to you. And so, and there, it's interesting that when I tap in, I'm hearing her say like, "He's the next chapter." So it's kind of like, and I'm hearing I am too, but like especially you are the next chapter of her work, her life's work in the intuitive arts. You're like her protege. Oh, you hear her. Okay, that's fabulous. That's confirmation. And so and so what else? Let me see anything else before I look at the cards. I see her little finger, like, you make sure you're taking care of yourself, like your physical body, because I know that you've been working a lot. Like I know you talked today and you said many hours you were working on this today or yesterday, and on the project that you're working on. They're cracking my voice on this message for you, Jeremy. They're like, she's like reminding you, hey, you're still in a physical body. Don't forget that. And to not slack on the physical self-care, like making sure you're eating nutritious food or doing all the physical self-care, movement. Like, even though this is super important and this is your passion and your way of connecting your heart to other people and the intuitive metaphysical community, which you do a fabulous job. You always so impress me. But that Reverend Reiki specifically is saying, like, don't forget you're still in a human body. And if you don't take care of the human body, your run at being a leader in this area will be much shorter. And I'm feeling your mother around and saying, yes, like, don't forget, because I feel like her health kind of was compromised. And so it stopped her from kind of using her gifts. Anything else? Oh, they're going to your heart area. All right, Jeremy, let me see what else. It's funny when I tap into our heart, I'm seeing Reverend Reiki go like this. Like, whoever's around you that you're thinking about romantically, she doesn't like they're not good enough for you. It's almost like almost like bozos, almost like the energy of bozo, like he's a bozo, whatever. Like, and so what's the message? It's almost like, don't think about it for a while. Like, I feel like you'll encounter people and they'll just be kind of so, and you could engage a little bit, but it's almost like almost like a pull on your energy field that isn't necessarily supportive. It's not horrible, but it's not necessarily supportive. Let's see. That's right. You have to listen to your doctor, Jeremy. That's right. The doctor is in the house and the doctor says, take care of yourself. They're just emphasizing in movement. I feel like your body needs some movement, even if it's just walking. Because I feel like you're with all the sitting, with all the computer work you're doing, that your body is just, it's like it's laden with a little bit more toxins than normal. And so they're wanting you to move more. Let's see if there's anything else before we look at the cards. You feel good overall. I'm scanning your body. I'm scanning your energy field. A little bit of heart chakra stuff. They're showing me green. I don't know if you have any green stones. They're showing me some rose quartz. Green light, though. I don't know if you've gotten into light therapy, but I feel that could be an add-on to your practice. It doesn't even have to be fancy. It can just be, they do make the kits. They can even be the generic kits of the light with a little green lens over the light. I feel like your heart area could use that. What else? I'm tapping in your field and I'm picking up on a scent. And I feel it's lemongrass, like the higher quality ones, either doTERRA or Young Living, and lemon and lemongrass. The frequency specifically of them both help block frequencies around you that it like seals your energetic field. Like, I did some muscle testing on one of my favorite chiropractors, my friend, and it was the lemongrass that she had that blocked her frequency or her field from things that were pulling on it. I think it was radiation or something. But that would help you right now, because I feel you're almost creating an energetic portal to your guides as you do this work, because it's channeling through you. And so they're just wanting you to pay extra attention to what your energy field is doing, because there are a lot of things that are going to be drawing on your energy field, not just your clients and the people that you work with, but also entities. They're saying be extra careful of entity attachments, because increasing your vibration as you're doing these projects, and like you're increasing your spiritual frequency. And so you have some, is it not wayward spirits, but lower vibration spirits that attach. So they're just being like extra careful. I do a lot of magnet work on myself when I feel that. So magnet down the governing meridian can be helpful if you have a spirit attached to you. But yeah, so great job. You inspire me every day. I love you so much. And now let's look at the cards. Okay, so the first card, it's not this isn't for a person. It's about, it says wedding, but this is about you marrying these things. You started to make sure you finish them, to not get stuck in perfectionism, but to make sure that you follow through on this vision that you have, because they're saying it's worthy of completion. It's worthy of your energy and investment, both time, energy, focus, attention. They're saying that it's going to be extremely fulfilling for your heart, and it's going to ground you into the earth into a good way. Like, it's almost like if you don't finish the projects, they'll just hang there and make you be ungrounded. But they're really wanting you to finish it, not just for your like a more solid sense of self, and as you step even more and more up into leadership into this very niche area, but also it will increase your vibrational frequency. It's like it'll ground you, but also expand you at the same time. And you'll be able to help more people, which I know brings you a lot of joy. Daydream, but this is about daydreaming. It's you relaxing your mind enough to let spirit come in and create with you. And so that's what they're like, allow some daydreaming, but that's what's happening. So I don't know how conscious you are of that process. So for me, I usually do it when I'm doing acupuncture on myself, or when I'm walking under the sky, where I will relax my brain and kind of expand out. And then I allow the intuitive information to come. And then I can see images or little movie clips, or I'll hear things. I'm not sure what your process is like, but it will combine with the other ideas. And then either I can create with it, or I can get clarity on something, or my action forward, or whatever. So they're wanting you to engage a little bit in that process every day, even if it's just, they're showing me, or I'm hearing the word meditation. So even if you do, and I feel it's outside on your porch, like you're drinking coffee or your favorite thing, and they're just wanting you to relax, look at the water, breathe, and just ask, okay, universe, like, show me, your input on my creative expression today, or what I'm making. So they're wanting you to be extra aware of your creative connection with source, as almost like a creative buddy of yours, like almost tapping in every day, like, or even throughout the day, like, okay, what's your, I did this with my first book, and I forgot that when I was working on this book, because I would get so frustrated on stupid little things. And I forgot that the last book, I would intuitively ask all these questions about the structure and how long the sentence and what to include. And the first book came out so good by doing that. I always forget that, but they're wanting you to do that same process with your projects. Like, if you get stuck on a little thing, just ask source, or ask, intuitively. I'm not sure how the information gets to you. I think you're clairaudient, clairvoyant, and you can feel things on your body. But yeah, like almost consult source every step along the way, because I feel that it'll be a lot easier to lay down your human mind. Ground yourself. I feel this is actually into the ground. You were even telling me this today. You're like, go to the beach. I didn't get to the beach, but I did walk around Gulfport for an hour. And I got out in the sunshine. But they're wanting you to just get your feet in the ground, even if it's just 5 minutes under the sky. Let your past go. That's the next thing. And I'm asking, like, specifically. So when I asked, all right, show me, because you're really good at being really authentic out in the world, and really using your past struggles to really help people and to connect to them. And I was reading your post with the pictures and with the summary that you wrote about your addictions and all the pieces of that, and then how people, when you speak about that spiritually on the public stage in the different churches and around the country, that people have reached out to you and connected to you because that you spoke about those addictive processes and the mindset around it. But when I asked, because I was like, because I know you've done so much work on that, to be seen on that level. But when I say, like, what area of the past does he need to let work on or let go of, I'm hearing worthiness. That was the word that I audibly heard when I said what area of the past, and I'm hearing he is so deserving. And the second statement was he is also so deserving of real love. And so um, that's what I'm gonna. Yay, Jeremy! Okay, one more. This is your final card. Ooh, life purpose. We already know you're on your life purpose. Okay, so it's interesting when I ask about this card, like we know that this was Jeremy's life purpose. He has connected so much of us, with so many of us together. And I remember that day when you found me at it was that first Unity at the psychic fair, one of the first times I went public and was doing readings. And oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Um, and I remember like you found me, and it was such a joyful moment when I saw you, and it was like full circle of all those years. I think it was like 15 years at that time, and it was, but like you're like a connector, you're a catalyst for bringing us all together as a spiritual family. Um, that it's such a heart journey of creating. We're all in this big family together, and we all share this tremendous love for each other, and so like it's not just about the monetary success, it's not just about being seen visually as a leader in this field, but it also is the value and the satisfaction of creating this tremendous community of family, because I see you as part of my family. And that like, and it's interesting, on this card is this old guy, right, as the scribe, and they show me like you in your older years, like 70s or 80s, and looking back on this life of doing this, and you're so happy and content and fulfilled, like inside, like your core is so grounded and peaceful and joyful as you look back on all the years you've done this and all the lives that you've touched. And so the message behind this is that even if the road is a little bumpy right now, the bumps, and they're showing me like a wheels on a carriage. It's interesting, right? And they're showing me the wheels hitting these rocks, but when the wheels hit the rocks, the physics of the bump propel the wheel forward faster. And so I found that was a really interesting um, analogy or image, because what the meaning behind that is that, yeah, you may hit some growing pains, or maybe things won't necessarily feel like the way maybe you want them to feel, whether it be location or it's little things. Though I feel you're going to be fully supported. You're going to be very joyful in doing all the things that you're doing. You're going to connect to several people in a different way than if you were still in Newport Richie. But the interesting is I see the wheel hitting the rock, right? Because the rock representing the little difficulties or little challenges, but that the physics of it is propelling the wheel faster and stronger on your path. So it's the analogy that even though you may be walking through some difficulty, and little, it's not big stuff, it's little stuff, but that ultimately it's going to give you even more momentum and strength to continue this path and to succeed with your projects. And so I hope that's helpful, Jeremy. It's so exciting to have you on this forum and to do a reading for you. I love you very, very much. Please stop by or come see me or come meet me for coffee. We always enjoy our time together. But yay, so happy to have you on here. And I'm so proud of you and all that you're doing in the spiritual community, metaphysical community, and all that you have taught me on this journey, and how you by your example help us all get out there and serve with our hearts. And so I love you very much. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. I love you. I love you. Okay, so I know people were waiting, so let's see. I can't, it wouldn't let me. Let's see, whatever spirit guides. Who asked for a card? I can't see this name, but they said, hello, have missed hearing you. Thank you so much. Have been caught up with sisters. What our spirit wants to share today. I can't see your name. So who would like a, thank you. Thank you, Jeremy. I love you. I love you. Who would like a reading? Sorry, I know Jeremy. I've never given Jeremy a reading like in that format yet. So I was happy to do that. Maria, is this do I know you in person, Maria? And Sonia. I think Sonia is first and then Maria. So, all right, Sonia, let's see. I think it's the Healing Waters deck. Let's see. All these readings are done on a donation basis. The donation information, I believe, is above this video or right below it. Let's see. It's a Healing Waters deck for Sonia. Hi, Linda. You're third. Thank you for being here today. It was good to see you today. All right. So Sonia is first. If you have any question or an angle you want the reading to go in, let me know. 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Looking at these cards, I'm missing my energy field and my psyche misses being in the ocean. So that's what reminds me when I look at these cards. It was a little cold, so I didn't get in, but I'm going to get in there soon. I miss it. My work field must need the cleansing of it. It says, Sonia, immerse yourself, training, learning new hobbies, passion. So whatever you're drawn to, they're wanting you to really allow yourself to go there with your consciousness and to really allow yourself to kind of just like settle your mind into the project. I've been starting to do that with my book a little bit. Because I feel like the more that you're able to do that, really get into something, the more you're gonna enjoy it more. And so, hi Maria, it's been a little while. Sonia, all right, Atlantis, keep the big vision, stay in alignment as you grow. So I feel that you're from Atlantis, so that means that you have these gifts. Atlantis was like the first civilization that was underwater, and people, I feel like I always came from there. People communicated psychically. Stagnant waters, feeling stuck, a call for shifts, flow and change. So if you're just like in that kind of stuck place energetically, just find movement somewhere. It could be little, like reading a book or taking a walk or calling a friend, but don't just like stare at the TV or stare at Facebook or just wallow. Find a way, or even get out under the sky or hug a kitty. Like take action to shift the energy, because people just sit there. Okay, more than a while. Well, anything that you can do to shift that energy, music, prayer, meditation. I do a lot of affirmations on YouTube because I can wallow a little bit too much sometimes. So I have to be careful of being in that place. Last one. Mother of the salt waters, passion, wild love, open your heart and let love in. So that when I look at this card, the words open your heart come up, but it's not romantically. This is about connecting with all the different types of love in the universe, like even like pets or children or family or community or spiritual love. But the key thing is in opening the heart. So if your heart is hurting, and we all go through phases like that, I've certainly gone through that the last couple of years. Sometimes it's a practice of learning to open the heart, and it involves feeling comfortable and courageous in our own vulnerability. And I feel that's where our connection to source can really help us build kind of the stamina and the strength and the courage to open our heart. So I've been really trying to practice that this year. Sometimes I'm successful at it. Sometimes I haven't been, especially in terms of intimate interaction or, romantic stuff. But I practice a lot of really opening my heart in the same way I'm recommending you to do. And it has been very healing and fulfilling and joyful. So I hope that that's helpful, Sonia. Maria, so anyway, many blessings to you, Sonia. Let's see, Maria. Scanning the decks. I'm gonna drink some water. I always forget to drink water. Of any wellness tool that I'm the worst at, it's water drinking. All right, so it's the Rose Oracle, Maria. That's shining the brightest when I scan my eyes. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, Maria. And then Linda. I went to the ocean with my oldest niece, and one of the most interesting experiences that I have when I'm next to her is that there's no separation between our energy fields. The vibration of her is so similar to me, or we had to have been parent-child in another life, because I've never felt like my heart in another body. But there's no energetic separation. She's the only person on the planet I've ever experienced this with. That there's no separateness between the two of us energetically, which I find so interesting. Hi, I don't see Raina. Do I know you? Are you Angie's friend? Is this the same? Is this the same? Raina, did you just say hi, good evening? All right, so this is Maria's reading, but welcome, Raina. Let me see if I can see the people on the, 1 second. Let me check this for a second. I'm trying to get up earlier, but yesterday I was able to get up early, and then today I just rested. I'm trying to shift my circadian rhythm, because it actually is much healthier for our bodies and our hormones if we're able to get up kind of when the sun hits, when the sun wakes up, or when the sun. All right, so here we go. I think I can see. All right. All righty. Oh, hi, Emily. How you doing? Is Emily the one that I interact with often online? Is it Guth, the artist? Okay, so, all right, Maria. First one, let's see. 1, 2. First one, Maria, it says Temple of the Rose, ancient power, expression, activation. This is all about you connecting intuitively. So you have these gifts, but they're wanting you to say, hey, you're not using your intuitive gifts enough. You're not, actively practicing, because sometimes it's important that we go through the motions of the connection. And I feel that maybe you've been a little lazy in that area lately or something like that, but they're wanting you to connect more and to ask your angels for help more, because they're waiting. The wastelands. So this is like just kind of like being exhausted and tired. And they're wanting you to take the time to recharge if you're kind of worn down emotionally or physically. It is scary. It can be scary. Life can be scary, period. Is this Maria? But they're wanting you to know that you're worthy of rest and recharging and investing in the self and all the self-care. They're wanting you to spend more time investing in the self to recharge, because I feel like you are, you're just tired, whether it be emotionally or physically, and to preserve your energy. It says the sacred waters, nourishment, replenishment, health, arrest, self-care. So this is a confirmation of that. They're wanting you to do extra self-care, like if you can take a hot bath, or if you can, I don't know, do whatever it is that you do to be gentle with your heart and spirit, but to take extra good care of yourself. Last card, Maria. It says trust to the seasons, embracing change, the cycles of life, transition, and growth. And so change isn't always easy, but always necessary. They're wanting you to connect to spirit more and to work in spiritual tools more as you rest and recharge, but also as you grow, because transition and growing spaces and phases are not always easy, but they almost always, I can't think of a time when there hasn't been great gifts on the other side of them. So they're wanting to connect more and step into the power of your faith more as you go through some of these transitions. So Linda, like, oh, I'm getting tired. It's one thing about getting older. I noticed that at a certain time, it's like my body just boom gets tired. Like when I was a kid, I didn't have that. I could like go out until 3 a.m. dancing, right? But like now I'm older, it's like bam. At a certain time, it's like nope, it's time to sleep soon. So let's see. All right, Linda, I think it's this one, Mother Mary. You have a lot of Mother Mary energy in you, in your heart. You're very, a nurturing soul, Linda. And I appreciate you on the planet. I wish Cuddles was near so I could show you Cuddles, Linda. Cuddles is an old lady now. She's 23 and a half almost. I can't even believe it. My baby is 23 and a half. She's slowing down. She's slowing down, my baby. Oh, many blessings to you too, Maria. Many blessings. All right, Linda. 1, 2. Okay. Tenderness. I am both gentle and powerful. You have such a tender, gentle heart. That's such a beautiful heart. And they're just wanting you to, yeah, that's right. You have met Cuddles, beloved. But they're wanting you, Linda, to cherish your heart more. You have like this beautiful heart, and they're just not, they're saying that you don't honor your heart enough. And they're just wanting to just, I don't know, like applaud you for the heart that you have and to remind you just how beautiful you and your heart is, if that makes sense. Next one. Children. I feel like if you could get around some kids, it would be so good for your heart, Linda. It's like you already have this beautiful heart, but I feel like it needs some of that high vibration kid energy. So I'm not sure if there's, I don't know, any kids around you can connect to, but it would be really good for your heart. Hope. I trust that God has a wonderful solution and brilliant plans in store for me. So they're wanting you to hold on and keep hope in your mind as you're walking through the challenges, because your mind is so strong that it can throw off vibrationally almost anything around you. So they're wanting you to remember that as you go about your day. Like rather than fear or worry, you're going to like connect to hope. That's what they're wanting. Honesty. I am in touch with my true feelings regarding the situation. This is just about you tapping into your heart more and getting clear. I feel like that anything like you journaling, like getting out of the house, going to Starbucks and journaling would be helpful. But you not like, I feel like you have such a strong, brilliant mind that sometimes you check out of your heart a lot, too much. And they're wanting you to bring you back to your heart and that energy there, because anytime we block energy, then it messes with other areas and it throws us out of alignment. But that they're wanting you to tap into your heart so that that energy can flow through you, especially spiritual energy flowing through you. Sure. Thank you so much for the donation, Yalitza. Nice to have you here. Thank you. Appreciate you. Watched over, Linda. You have very strong angels. They're just remind you of that. They're reminding you that you have super strong angels and they love you very much and they're around you all the time and they're wanting you to connect to them and to know they're there, if that makes sense. And so I love you, Linda. Good to have you here, and I hope you have a wonderful day. All right, so the next person, Yulitza. Okay. Is there an angle for the reading you would like special focus on, like a topic, or do you have an intuitive question that you have in your mind, or would you just like me to start? I'm scanning the decks. Excuse me. As to which one is yours. Let's see. I think it's this one, Archangel Michael deck. Sword of Light. Welcome, welcome. All right, so I'm tapping into your energy field. C21. All righty. Love department. Okay. I saw one of your guides shaking their head. So it's almost like what they're saying is like it's not the timing for that. Are you with somebody now? Are you looking for someone? You're not showing me that information. Are you it's like fuzzy. Are you with somebody now or are you not? because I feel like you're not supposed to be with anybody at the moment. It's almost like you have growing work to do. Looking, yeah, I understand. I had a bad experience a couple months ago. I get it. It's almost like, so what, I'll put it in the eye. When I walk through experiences where my heart gets hurt or disappointed or something like that, it takes me a little bit of time to realign, because if I just go right out there feeling hurt, I'll just draw in a bozo. That makes sense. Like, I'll just draw in somebody that's like, I don't know, narcissist or something that's not going to be nice to my heart. And so it's the first thing when you said love, I saw the silhouette of an angel go like this. So it's not time right now for you. I feel in the next 4 to 6 months, though, it could be, but it's just not time. Yay, Linda. I'm so glad you've been drawn to your angels. Yes, your angels are right there. Yay. Thanks so much, Linda. I appreciate you. Okay, so, this is interesting. Okay. First card for you. It says, be the real you. So this is about showing up authentic, not like being really you, because I'm a big believer that if you don't show up as yourself, then vibrationally you can't draw in the same vibration as you are. So if you're hiding or pulling back parts of who you are, then you can't draw in, from a law of attraction perspective, the person that's meant for you or your real friends or whatever, because you're not showing up authentic. So that's the first card, is to show up authentic in the world as much as you can and use your voice. The second card is kind of the same kind of idea. It says step into the spotlight. So this is all about you being seen, like you in whatever ways. And so I've been doing a little bit of that this year, like doing more stuff with my guitar and, spiritually speaking and things. But they're wanting you to step up into your spotlight, whatever that means. And because I feel like not only will you feel more connected to spirit and more grounded in your body and your heart, that it will bring you joy. Like it's like the experience of really living, if that makes sense. Because I feel like if you just rush in and end up finding somebody else, that energy and that focus that could have been going to things of having you show up more fully in life. Like, what I'm hearing is that the things that they're guiding you to do, the joy that you would get from doing them, does not. Hello, Angie, welcome. If you'd like a reading, let me know. That the joy that you would get from pursuing your dreams or pursuing the things that spirit is guiding you to do will far surpass any joy that you would get by loving somebody else right now, or being with somebody else, or being intimate with somebody else. Like, the actual experience of joy and living and vibrant living and hell yes living, right, does not compare to anything that you could experience right now with someone else. So that's the focus right now. But that being said, they're saying don't give up on love. And so I've been in this like a period of 2 years, really, almost November, or the end of November will be 2 years. All right, AJ, yes, definitely. That when we're working on ourselves, when we're working on our life, when we're pursuing our dreams, we're increasing our vibrational frequency, and we're clearing out the lower vibration energy of hurt around our hearts and any energetic blocks to love or vulnerability. And that takes time. I've been in the process for almost 2 years now. And it's the best thing I ever did. One of the best things I ever did was take a time out. I'll say that. But they're wanting you to do something similar, but also but know that it's not like you're giving up on love. It's almost like you're preparing. Ophelia. Hi, Ophelia. You're after Angie, Ophelia. But they're wanting you to not give up on the idea of love, because I feel like you have this beautiful heart, and they're wanting you to know that someone really good is coming. It's just not right this second. And to know that it will come, and that the living that you do now, if you really choose to live and pursue what you're guided to pursue, you'll never regret that. And then you'll be more joyful and happy when you do meet the right person. And I'm kind of in that phase right now too. So it can be, you have to have a little bit of patience, but more and more surrendering to the divine, and from a vibrational perspective. And I'm really grateful to be walking in this experience like this. A lot of cool stuff has come up, and I've been able to do a lot of really cool things too, which I've always wanted to do. So anyway, I hope that's helpful. We have 2 cards left. It says your prayers are being answered, and I heard them say, even if you don't think so. Sometimes from a vibrational, it's been almost 4 years. I understand. I'm at the 2-year phase, and I have a feeling it might be quite some time, another 2-3 years for me. I don't know yet, but know that the healing, the investment that we make in our own healing, the value of it is exponential. So whether that be self-help books or therapy or coaching or, I don't know, investment in our health and wellness, nutrition, whatever it is, right? Or going to intuitives, whatever it is, that investment in the self of us getting clear as to what we really want in our lives and what is best for our hearts. That's probably the best clarity that I've gotten in this 2 years. That clarity is invaluable. There's no price tag because it saves you so much time and energy later, cleaning up the chaos and figuring it out. So even though it has been a little while, no, it's okay. I don't feel it's that far off. I almost say 6 months-ish, 4 to 6 months. But these 4 months, if you utilize them well and you really go deep and do the work and journal and all of that, awesome. Okay, awesome. Awesome. But they're wanting you even up at maybe 10, 20%, even more. And to prioritize the connection. Because I feel you have really strong intuitive gifts, but there's something blocking it from your heart. So sometimes when we have some emotional stuff going on or hasn't cleared yet, then it can block us intuitively, but you have these gifts. This is your power card. And so what this card, it says, pray from the heart. And so you're a very strong spiritual being. And so they're wanting you to pray. I knew this priest like 30 years ago. He was one of my closest friends, and he was funny and crazy, and I loved him. I adored him. But he used to say, pray like everything depends on you. No. He said, work like everything depends on you, and then pray like everything depends on God. It was like that idea. They're wanting to pray with that intensity because you're a very strong spiritual entity, and there's something about the action and the spiritual action of prayer that shifts things in a powerful way, both vibrationally out in the universe, but within us. And so they're wanting you to pray from the heart, it says. So I hope that's helpful. I'm here every week. I'm glad. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the donation. We appreciate it. And I hope to see you again soon. Wishing you a wonderful weekend and a wonderful week. Okay, so I think Angie is next. So anyway, thank you for being here tonight, Elitza. All righty, let's see. Angie, do you want me to pick the deck, or do you want to pick the deck? And do you have any questions going in? So it's Angie and then Ophelia. Oh, I'm glad. Lovely. Wonderful. When you do, I'm always in the front row doing video. So please come say hello. I'd like to meet you in person. We'd love to have you join us. Also, I do moon ceremonies. All right, Angie has no questions. And so the next one's on the 28th at Gulfport Beach. It'll either be at 5. It's scheduled at 5:45, but I'm gonna. Right now it's at 5:45 p.m. on Gulfport Beach on the 28th, which is a Saturday. So please join us. We'd love to have you there. Yay! All right. Okay, so I'm gonna pick it. No questions. I think it's the Healing Waters deck for you, Angie, which I know you love the ocean. You love the ocean more than me, which I have never met anybody that loves the ocean more than me. All right. Please hold my little kitty in sacred space. She's just slowing down, and sometimes she has trouble standing. And so it's been weighing a little bit on my heart, my beloved kitty. Oh, yeah, you are a Pisces. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's see. Okay, first card, Angie. Beneath the surface, what's really driving you? True motives, breaking free. So this is all about going to the deep inside of your heart and your mind. You have a very strong mind, and they're wanting you to tap into how your heart is feeling more, and to just kind of get comfortable in that space. I want to say they're encouraging you to write. I'm not sure if that writing is journaling. Usually it's journaling, but it's almost like letters to people or things that you need to let go of, or just processing emotion. But I see you writing out by the ocean. And normally I would think it would be like journaling, but it doesn't feel like journaling. I almost feel like it's poetry, or it's something where you're processing emotion, but in a way that you might normally, it's not like a linear process of the emotion. Like normally for me, that would be intuitive journaling because I do that every day. But for you, it's almost like intuitive poem writing, or like it's intuitive flow of some kind, but it's different than what I do. But they're wanting you, and they're showing me like with you by the ocean and your hand is on your heart. And when I tap in, it's like you just getting really acquainted with your heart in this new phase, because I feel like I'm not sure why that's important, but it is. There's some type. Oh, thank you, Angie, for saying prayers for Cuddles. She is my beloved and soulmate, and so yes. But it's that they're showing me, and I don't feel there's anybody around you. So this is a solitary thing that you're doing, and you're calling in the energy of the divine, and it's almost like you're putting Reiki energy into your own heart, and you're calling in the Reiki from your angels, and you're just kind of like healing your heart in a different, deeper way. And yeah, I don't know why that's important, but it is. And they're showing me you vibrationally tapping into how your heart feels, not from a cerebral standpoint, but from an emotional vibration. It's almost like they're wanting you to get reacquainted with your heart, your own heart during this time. So I hope that's helpful. Let's do next one. It says Selkie. I don't know what that word means. It says, come out of hiding, embrace who you really are. So when I ask, see the little seal? I'm not sure what Selkie means, but I'm going to look it up. But they're showing me like this is like a new phase for you, and you're figuring out who you are in this new phase and this time period of your life. And they're just wanting you to be gentle and just allowing yourself to just wander around and figure it out. But as they're showing me the image of you wandering around, they're wanting me to emphasize that the things that are for you, when you think about them, you will feel the high vibration of them. So I've been thinking a lot the last couple of days about this concept of living a hell yes life from a vibrational perspective, right? And like, what are the things that when I'm doing them, I feel like this high vibration. Blah, I can't talk tonight. I'm getting so old. I'm like, oh, I'm tired. Like after a while, I'm like, oh, but from a hell yes perspective, they're wanting you as you do all these different things, because I know that you love spiritual stuff, you love spiritual community, and you're out doing a lot. They're wanting you to really mentally tap in to the feeling of it on your heart, because the vibration of joy will lead you, and that's what they're wanting it to do, is to lead you to your highest expression and experience of joy. And that's what they're just wanting you to mentally note and identify. What are the hell yes things for you in your life, in your heart, in your spirit? And they're wanting you to do those and to define those and do more of those. So I hope that's helpful. The Healing Lagoon. Rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal, it's safe to stop. So I know you love helping people heal. Angie is a wonderful Reiki practitioner, and she loves doing Reiki on people. I highly recommend her. It says the Healing Lagoon. You see the girl like in the water? It's like just wanting you to heal. They're just wanting you to take note of your heart and to invest time in some healing. I know I've been on this 2-year heart healing kind of journey, which I'm so grateful I chose to do this. But they're wanting you to really get more reacquainted with your heart and figure out what it really needs during this healing alignment phase. Because I feel it's like it's gentle, nuancy kind of stuff. It's like not the obvious. It's almost like your intuition will tell you what it needs. Like sometimes it's simple stuff. Like for me, I love to cuddle with my cat, or I love to go in the ocean and intuitively connect when I'm in the waves, or I like to walk under the sky, or I'll cuddle up if it's cold with a nice blanket and read my nerdy books. Whatever it is that like really nurtures you. I love to be around my nieces, even just sitting next to them. Like there are certain things that they're wanting you to like recognize in your brain as your heart nurturing healing activities and to do more of them. Atlantis. So you have these gifts too, but I feel it's behind some things. It says, keep the big vision, stay in alignment as you grow. So this is a growing phase too, but they're wanting you to spiritually connect more on your own, to your intuition and exercise, because you have these gifts, but I feel like you have some growing, you'll be growing into them in different ways and different phases. Last card. Mother of the salt waters. It says, passion, wild love, open your heart and let love in. It's interesting. When I look into your heart psychically, I see some blocks there, and I'm not sure. I'm trying to say, like, what are they? Like, give me some more clarity on. It's almost like darker energy in your heart, or, excuse me, around your heart. So I'm hearing the words emotion code. So I'm not sure. I think you're schooled in that, or you practice that. So they're wanting you to do a little bit of that on your own heart. I feel like loving an animal or having an animal close to your heart or hugging them would be helpful to shift that energy. Asking your angels to put a lot of high vibration energy into that space for you would be helpful. Oh, and they said, I just heard them say, releasing limiting beliefs. What else? And there's some grief there. I'm trying to see where the grief, or what's the grief is coming from. They're saying letting go. They're saying letting go of a vision that you had for your life or something related. I feel it's your ex-wife, something around your ex-wife. And it's important to, when you're thinking about your future partner or experience of love, that the words that you use vibrationally are important, that they can either positively impact your manifestation or negatively impact your manifestation of your next romantic partner. Okay, so Angie says, spending more time with my spiritual tribe. Great. Moving away from it. Okay. And yeah, so it's important as you follow your own journey and connect to the high vibration of things, like letting that guide you. And I feel there's some type of creative expression of that energy through you that you're going to get a spiritual insight about. So I feel like it's not just the healing work that you're doing during this time period, but there's some creative thing that you're going to create. I can't see what it is though. I guess you're I don't know. It's something. I don't know. They're not giving me any information on it. So there's some type of creative expression that's not your healing work that's going to come about during this time. But when it does, when you get the idea, know that it's yours to do. I can't see what it is though. Normally they'll give me a clue, but I guess that's for you to identify and to hear it when it's time. So I hope that's helpful, Angie. Always good to have you on here. I know I haven't talked to you in a few days. I've been kind of hermiting and doing my own healing stuff and creative stuff, but we'll connect soon. So anyway, good to see you on here. Ophelia, are you here? Ophelia has one of the beautiful high vibration hearts that I know. Oh, you're welcome, Angie. Good to have you on here. Ophelia, are you here? Yes. Okay. Do you want me to pick your deck, or would you like to pick your deck? Do you have any questions going in? Ophelia is going to be my last reading. It's an hour and I'm tired. I'm feeling old today. I'm really tired. Thank you to a lot of you that came to Sunday service and came up to me after service and said all these wonderful positive things about my spiritual talk. It was on chapter 6 and 7 of A New Earth. And so it was a beautiful experience to be up there and to connect with all of you in that way. All right, Ophelia, let's see. It's the Shaman deck. This was the deck that I was going to pull from this tonight. I'm always drawn to the shamanic path. I've had experiences where my consciousness will shift when I listen to certain types of drumming, and it's a really interesting experience. But yeah, I've always wanted to follow this path and make it part of my base of my spirituality. All right, so you are the part of the shaman deck. The shaman deck has the coolest, intense little eagle that I've ever seen. He's a badass. Look at him. He's like, that's right, I'm the eagle. You mess with me, you're gonna be sorry. Look at his cute little face. Ophelia, do you know Jeremy? I think you would really love Jeremy. I think we should connect. We should get him to connect with you or to meet him. You would love Jeremy. Okay, first one. Great mystery. It says trust. But what a great, it has this lion and it has the butterfly. You're like the butterfly. Even though you have this warrior kind of strength in your heart, but you are this beautiful butterfly. But the key word here is trust. Now, I know that sometimes when we're going through challenges when our brains can't see the steps forward. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Free spirit like the eagle. They're wanting you to almost walk in blind faith right now, to do only what's before you, to up your self-care a little bit, but totally to just be like, I'm just going to be like this butterfly that just flies in the wind and not like this big warrior lion. Like, I'm just going to trust the wind of the divine that I will end up in the exact right, perfect place. And all I got to do is do the next right step. That's what the mentality and the consciousness that they're wanting you to embrace right now. So it's four-legged, but the word here is endurance. And that refers to spiritual endurance. And that can be hard because as humans, we see evidence of things. I know I do with my nerdy brain. But that's not how spirit works sometimes. Sometimes it really is walking in faith. And that's what they're wanting you to do right now. It's like they're showing me two paths, right? One path where your mind is controlling or trying to control the steps of things. And then, thank you, Ophelia. She says, yes, you're so right. And then the other path is you completely going with source. Like you surrendering to source, like almost that intuitive cha-cha that I always talk about, right? Where it's like we intuitively connect, we see what we're supposed to do, we take the action, then we intuitively connect again to see what next action is and what the universe is doing with what we've done, right? So it's that intuitive cha-cha. And that's what they're wanting you to do. But it is spiritual endurance can be, it's not a ride for the faint of heart. It can be, and I'm in a phase like this now. It's way easier to pretend that we're controlling everything and then just doing the logical next step our minds say. But does that lead us to our greatest joy? Usually not. And so they're really wanting you to just keep the path and surrendering to source and taking the next right intuitive action and just watching. And that's not always an easy path, but you have such beautiful heart energy. Like you're this powerhouse of a heart soul. And the expression of that, there's like a unique path for the expression of your heart in this world. And so they're just wanting you to just trust that the way will be shown and to not get too worried about it. Trust that you are very divinely supported in all ways. Ooh, this is a card to get. Okay, so it says death and then it says transformation. But look at the girl. It's almost like that vortex of the divine energy, or that like the spiral, the infinite power of the divine, or the infinite expression, connection, power of the divine in our lives, and the expression of the divine through our consciousness. So it's almost standing there like at the ocean's edge and looking up to the sky and just surrendering the okay universe and feeling the power of that through the mind and your heart out into the world. you're an expression of the divine in that flow and in your heart and your service out into the world. Last one, Ophelia. Water, this is about expression. So this is about expressing your heart. So anything that you do that you can love people and express the beauty of your heart, they're saying that will lead you always on the correct path. And so that's what they're wanting to remind you of just how beautiful and brilliant and a gift you are to all of us, me included. And so I don't know if you're doing anything on that Saturday, the 28th, but we should find a song to sing or something fun to do at the next moon ceremony. And so thank you all for being here tonight. I'm going to do one more collective reading, and then I am going to go cuddle a very old kitty. That's what's on my agenda. And to eat beets. I just made some beets. So I've been doing a lot of liver detox stuff, and beets are on that detox. They're good for iron if you have the right genetics. Okay, so I think it's the green deck. All right. For the collective reading. So this deck is, oh no. Yeah, Angie says she loves Ophelia. I love Ophelia too. No worries, Ophelia. No worries. You're there in spirit. You'll be there soon. All right, so this is the collective reading. I'm going to just pull one card from the shaman deck for me. I always feel my readings for myself are more powerful on here. So I see a 3 and an 18s. Okay, 18. Ooh, creativity. It's a naked girl dancing. Naked dancing is always fun, right? It's been a while since I've done that, but creativity, like that flow of the divine, that's what that's representing, actually, is the flow of the divine into my creativity, which is great. And this, I got the death transmigration. So this totally surrendering to the divine and then reemerging in a new spiritual identity and a strong sense of self. All right, so okay, so this is the collective reading. This is from I always see this as the kind of business creativity deck, the Archangel Gabriel. I can't think of what his specialty is, Archangel Gabriel. I know Raphael is healing and Michael is like strength and fortitude, but I don't remember what Gabriel, his gift is. But feel free to tell me. It's a little late, a little tired. Love you too, Angie, and love Cuddles. Thanks. Cuddles is a little love bug, even though she's feisty. She likes to bite people. And since I'm the mother, I guess who gets bit the most? Me. But oh, she's my beloved. Precious, precious girl. Okay. All right. So this is the collective reading. Let's see. One second. All right. Collective reading. I'm seeing a 3. So 1, 2, 3. I see a 6, 4, 5, 6. 18 and 23. Okay. First one for the collective. New project. Like a newborn baby, your actions are growing your idea into reality. So anybody that's getting inspiration for a new project, they're saying, yes, do it and connect with spirit and then express it out into the world. Because I always find that when I'm intuitively channeling parts of my projects, they always come out so much better and more amazing, if that makes sense. Ooh, second card, it says, let go. Release the desire to control the situation and leave it up to God's infinite wisdom to resolve everything beautifully. Let go. Right? Letting go always provides so much holding on. What? There's a great, I think it's a Zen quote or something that says, I forget where the quote comes from, but it says, let go or be dragged. It's one of my favorite quotes. Next, motivation. Pray for guidance as to how to increase your enthusiasm for and focus on the project. So this is, don't procrastinate. No, I'm kidding. But really, connect to the spiritual energy so that you can take action and be in motion rather than being stagnant. Last one. Just says, editor, your writing or other creative project benefits from outside help and support. So this is about collaboration and calling in helpers to help you do things that maybe you're not that gifted at. But that reminds me, that I need to start that process of the editing. I'm on my last chapter of my book. Yay on the writing of it, but it's one of the hardest, more elaborate chapters. It's all around all the physical wellness type stuff with the connection to the brain, which I love. But I want to create a lot of good content in the book and have it be of great value. So it'll take me a little bit longer to write that chapter, but it makes me excited about cells again in the brain. So it will do its purpose as I apply some of that stuff to myself right now. So Sunday at 10:30 a.m., the New Thought community of Gulfport, also known as Unity of Gulfport, meets at the Gulfport Casino at 10:30 a.m. So please join us. If you do, please find me in the front row. I will be behind the camera. Let's see. Reverend Kimberly's meditation is usually, Wednesdays at 11:30 a.m. in Veterans Park. There are a couple of people that do the meditation, but let's see. 11:30 a.m. Then the gala. Good night, Angie. Many blessings. The gala is I think it's I forget what it's called. Step Out of the Box, I think. And it's November 4th at 7 p.m. at the Gulfport Casino. It's a Saturday, I believe. And the tickets, without being a part of the table, are $35. If it's a part of the table, I think you're $50. And what else? If anybody wants to be a sponsor for that event, there are slots open. The next moon ceremony is on the 28th on Gulfport Beach at 5:45 p.m. And what else? I think that's it. I'm available for private readings. And I'm also a chiropractor that does a lot of functional medicine, which is precise nutrition and cell stuff. And I also do acupuncture. So if anybody's in need of any of those services, please reach out. And I will talk to you soon. So much love, many blessings, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care now. Thanks for being here tonight. Bye-bye.